Hey guys, it's Angelo Christian here, coming to you now to train you on how to use Optimal Blue with pricing adjustable rate mortgage and fixed rate mortgage to prepare quotes for your customer. They're going to ask you what's your rate, what's your fees, and you're going to need to know how to respond to that effectively so you don't lose any deals. So I'm going to show you the best way on how to handle that. Um, Also, I have a predetermined scenario here. So we're going to go through it today, so that way you effectively know how to send over quotes to customers. And we're going to be looking at this is the scenario today, um, a 720 credit, 200K loan in Texas, conventional purchase, 5% down. And we're just going to compare using, giving them the options of a 7-1 ARM and a 30-year fixed. You know, and actually we might look at some other ARM programs too. Let's just see how everything's pricing today, and then we can determine that. So let me see here. We got to turn this. See. Okay. Let me just clear that out of there. Okay. All right. So we're an Optimal Blue. It's pretty simple. You put the loan amount and you put the price. The price equals the appraisal, and so it's got to be at 95% or below LTV. So that's fine there. Here in conforming, like I said, we're doing a conventional loan, and I'm just gonna see what a 2-year and a three. Let's just look at a 3-year too. Let's see what's pricing, how things are pricing. I'm going to show you how I prepare quotes for customers so they have a better understanding of what the closing costs, what the rates are, and the payments. This is a very easy thing to do, but a lot of people get hung up on it. And I will not let you get hung up on it and make sure that you know exactly what you're doing. So anyway, we also have, we have conforming checked off. We have the amortization fixed and adjustable rate. So both of those are going to pull up, and then the 3, 5, and 7 years. So I'm going to hit submit. It's going to price it out for me. Maybe there is no 3-year, potentially. Wonder if there is a 2-year. No, it looks like there's just a 5 and a 7 on this particular product. So max is allowed is 3. Okay. So let's just take a look and see. I think so we're going to go with let's just go with a 7-year for right now. It's pretty safe program. So the first option, let's look at a 30-year fix. This is pricing that's expired from Friday, but it's fine. We'll just look at it now. We see that, a 4.125 is basically par now. We see that right here. It's costing $2 to get that rate. So that's par. Now, what I do is when I quote people, I'll tell them that this is par, because this could be par later on the day. I'm betting that the market will improve, because when they go get quotes from other lenders later on, if it's for another day, that could be par. So I'm willing to make a bet that that the rates will be moving around such that would be par, or make a concession on the deal and sell them that at par. So I always go a little bit like a half a point, 60 basis points in, and I'll quote this is par as my par option. So whenever I prepare the estimates, and then the other option I would do I always prepare 3 quotes for the customer, one at par. I'll do this one as the one with the buy down, and then I'll do another one here with the lender credit. So those are my 3 options. right? I have 4.5%, 4%, and 3.75. And I'll bake in about a 0.5% cushion, um, just to ensure that, if there's market movements. So in other words, what I mean by that is I'll give this like a 2.4% credit. I'll price this at par. I'll do this at 1.5 cost. And if I'm wrong, I'll eat it. If I'm right, then we'll keep it. But that's something that I do, and I encourage you to do that too, because you don't know what's going to happen in the market per se. Now, if the guy tells you to lock today, which is doubtful you're going to be able to do, then obviously you couldn't do that, but you're thinking about locking into the future. So, that's why I have that 0.5 cushion there when I quote people. I'm going to show you this broken down on the next page here, so you can see what I mean by that. So let's just go into it real quick. We go to the pre-approval checklist and LO survival guide. It tells us that a $200,000 loan, that 3% is needed for closing costs and prepays. That's everything out the door, not just our fees. That's closing costs, title, escrow accounts, 3%. So that's $6,000. Okay. So when the customer asks you how much are the closing costs, you say, well, we have several different programs, some that have no closing costs, some of them that do. I'll prepare you the options. Generally, our fees are, on some programs are $14.95. Some of them have zero closing, and so I'll prepare you some estimates so that way you can see exactly what those closing costs are, sir. And then, but we know that if the customer's goal is just to come out to closing with their down payment, then we need to have the closing costs. Either you're going to tell them that they're going to be paid by the seller, or they're going to be put into the loan, or we can give you a lender rebate to cover those costs. And I'm going to prepare those options for you so you can see how it's going to look. So the first one is, as you can see, you'll watch and see how I do it. 3.75%. And we saw that it was costing 2 points to get the rate, but I'm going to do a 1.5% cost because I'm going to use that as my gambler mindset to allow me to play the market a little bit. So we know that if we just do the math on 200,000 times 1.5% equals 3K. So I got that. And then we have the 3% for total settlement charges at 6K. So equals 9K total. Just watch how I'm doing this, and I think it'll be very simple, and you can see how we're doing this, how we're constructing it. I'm going to take that out of there because we know what it is. Nope, cash investment, 5%, which if we purchase price is $212. Yeah. Okay, purchase price 212. Cash investment from you. And then what I'll do is, you know, put a line through it. I thought it was too thick. Call it a bank summer offer with a proration. Close in May. Then you know that you get a 2,000 proration. Cash investment 8,500. Out of pocket for appraisal around 500. So that's option one. Then two, you have we said at 4% was par. So we just do 6K total settlement. Now, when you're quoting the payments, you know, you're going to quote them the payment here too. So payment, you know, at 200,000, payment is $926 a month plus escrow. That's how I do it. So payment here is $954 a month. Okay, so we have in the second option the 6,000 total settlement for title. We removed the buy down because we don't have that. It's a par rate. So, and the cash investment would be the same. That's not going to change. Let me just fix that. Right. So, and then the third option. So it would be $1013 a month, the payment. Okay. Now here you get a 2% credit, so you have, you know, 0 settlement charges. Okay. So I would, you know, notate that. That's pretty powerful. Payment's gone up a little bit. Okay. But it's still okay. So those are the three options on the fixed rate program. And I'll put this up there. the fixed rate program options and breakdown. Okay. Now we're going to take a look at the adjustable rates, and then I'm just going to copy these over, and then you can save these as templates, email signature templates, and just send these out. And I promise you, it's going to be a world of difference for you, man. All right, let me just, okay, there we go. Okay, let's go look at the adjustable rate options. Just clear out of this, actually. Okay, we got that out of the way. So on the adjustable rate, I'm going to see where I play a par. I play par right maybe around here, 3.5. I'm sorry, with par right here, and buy down I would go right here with a 1 point buy down. So we have 3 1/4 with a 1 1/4 buy down, 3.25. Three and a half was par, my second option, and then one with a lender credit. Let's say is going to be 4.25 with 160 basis points credit. Okay, so, and I would come back and watch this several times if you think it's confusing, to make sure you're comfortable with it. So we said this was going to be 120 basis points cost. So it'd be about 8,200 total settlement. At 3 1/4, the payment is $870 a month. So that's pretty good. Okay. At 3.5 was par, so that's $6K total settlement. So $898 a month. And 4 1/4 is at $983 a month. Oopsie daisy. But this had 1.5 in credit, so that's $3,000. So settlement will be $3,000 total settlement. So that's how I would prepare a quote for somebody. I wouldn't send them over LEs or GFEs or all this other bullshit. And I would price them out like this. And I never had a problem getting loans in, guys. If this is not what you're doing, you're probably losing a lot of loans because you don't know what to do, or you sent out the wrong thing because you weren't following the training that we had done on this before. But that's what you need to be doing whenever you're sending out quotes to people. And I would save this as a template and have just sent out and just modify or adjust whatever it is that you're doing. You know, and I would put in there to make it more enticing. Like I said, you know, slash through that damn thing and highlight, you know, what your offer is. I mean, you got to show off your assets, man, with the stuff that, you know, that why you're famous, you know. And I would put, you know, below this, you know, Bank sum or offer ends on 6/1. And then have your summary of benefits. Have your summary of benefits right below that. So I'm going to pull that up. And I just want to hit him with so much value that he's just inundated. You know? I just really, that's what I want to do. Did I grab that? Yeah. Oh, hit that again. And you can include this in there. And then I would also send over and I'll record a selfie and send that to them too. And summarize the benefits with them. Or I mean, go over the loan options with them. You know, but that's how I do it. And like I said, I mean, I've had no problem getting deals in for many, many years. So now, if they want LE or you've most likely built so much trust that value that's not really a concern. But yeah, if they don't know you, they don't trust you, and you haven't done a good job at the selling and relationship building, then they may not trust you. Want to LE, then go ahead and prepare and send it to them. But that's how you're going to send them to them. You know, so that's how you're going to prepare the options, though. And follow this as a template. I'll email this out to everyone, but this is what you need to be doing to make sure you're capturing the most deals. So anyway, I'm going to have this training on the drive and put it on YouTube, and make sure you implement this immediately.